Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Gabby. As you can tell by the title of today's video, we are back with another what I spend in a month for the month of July. I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to get the chance to sit down and film this video, but there is no baby yet, and if you're new here, yes, I am 9 months pregnant, so it could be any day now, but here we are. So hopefully I will be able to get this edited and up for you guys. I love doing these videos because it does hold me accountable for my spending and kind of helps me personally reflect on where my money is going, and I love sharing it with you guys as well. So without further ado, let's get right into it. If you're new to this series, then I'm going to tell you all of the categories I spent my money in, so like things like rent and groceries, etc., and then we're going to go through and kind of give it a breakdown and reflect on what exactly I spent it on and the percentage of my spending. Now, this does not account for any savings that I do put away, and I am self-employed, so of course any business expenses and things like that. This is just my personal daily spending. So the grand total for July spending was $1,539.52, which honestly isn't bad overall, but once we start to break down the categories, there are definitely some areas that we spend more in than usual. So let's take a look at those and go through all of my transactions. So I have every expense listed on my phone here, so let's go through the major categories. First off, we always have is rent for $700, groceries were $222.34, car costs $100, restaurant $92.32, baby things $84.13, food $76.01, phone $74.50, healthcare $72.18, gas $63.63, clothes $21, home supplies $15.73, coffee $9.14, subscription $6.29, and miscellaneous $2.25. All right, so first off, we have rent for $700. This is a split cost between Damon and I because we live together, so $700 is my portion. And again, that's all in utilities, TV, internet, all included in that price. So it does account for 45% of my spending this month, but again, that's 45% of like the total spend, not like in ratio to my income, just FYI. But honestly, it's a really good deal. When we move, eventually we will not be able to find such a good deal for a place to live because rent is astronomical now, literally everywhere. So I am thankful for the amount we pay now and will remain thankful until we have to move. Groceries were quite high this month at $222.34. This accounted for 14% of my spending this month because we aren't going anywhere and we're kind of just waiting around for baby and kind of stocking up the freezer with freezer meals and things like that. Groceries were definitely very high this month. I think we spent more on like snack foods and stuff because we were home more, etc. So usually we spend about $150, $160, and again, this is split between Damon and I, so $222 is my portion of it, but that's still quite high considering we normally spend only $150 on groceries each a month. So I don't know, everything looks like pretty normal. Like I said, I think it was a lot of like snacky type foods, and I baked a lot of muffins to freeze and just like freezer meals, stocking up on meats and proteins and pantry staples, things like that. So although it is high, I feel like we still, I don't know, needed it, and it's groceries, so it's not terrible considering I didn't really spend in a ton of other categories that I normally do. So this was definitely high for the month. Next, we have car costs for $100. This accounted for 6% of my spending. My car registration was due, so I did need to obviously do that because I can't drive my car without it being registered. So that was $100 for the year. A little bit more expensive. I usually go into the registry and do it, but because, I just didn't want to stand in line being so pregnant, and who knows, it could take like so many hours. I just did it online, which costed a little bit more, but I feel like that was kind of inevitable and you kind of have to do it. Restaurant was $92.32. Again, 6% of my spending this month. I feel like food was a very big spending. I was kind of in my treat myself mood, and because like I said, we weren't going on holidays, which we normally do in July, I decided to treat myself more to food and things like that because, hey, what else am I going to do while I wait for the baby? July 1st, we started the month out strong with all you can eat sushi because they have like more like appetizers and like cooked things and stuff like that. So obviously safe. And that was a $47.03 each. It was so expensive. I don't think it's worth it. I probably would not go back. And I say that every time I go for all you can eat sushi, but I don't know. It's just like nice because it's like more of like an appetizer size. So you get to like try more things. So the rolls are smaller than they would be like if you ordered it off the menu, and like the portions are kind of smaller, so it's kind of nice to do that sometimes so that we can have like more of a variety of things than just like ordering regular sushi. But it was so expensive that I don't think it's worth it. So I don't know, I keep telling myself that, and yet we stumble upon all you can eat sushi every once in a while anyways. I also went out to lunch with a friend. We are 2.5 weeks apart in our pregnancy, so she already had her baby and I am waiting on mine now, but we did go for lunch and that was $27.17. And then we also went for some Vietnamese food, which I think I vlogged, and that was $18.12 for my portion. Definitely getting very expensive. I remember when Vietnamese food used to be like $9, $10 a bowl, but now it's like $15. So with tip and everything, it is kind of expensive now. Overall, we only ate out like a couple times. We did go out a few other times with family and stuff that we were treated to, thankfully. And yeah, so definitely not too bad for eating out, but expensive meals eating out. We'll see what August brings because it is officially baby month and the baby has to come at some point this month, and how many, I don't know, meals out we are going to need. We have had some gift cards gifted to us as well for like Skip the Dishes, Uber Eats, and things like that, so that will definitely come in handy, but I'll be kind of curious to see how many times we actually eat out. So the next category is baby stuff, and that was $84.13, which accounted for 5% of my spending. I picked up some more onesies and things like that for the baby. I think just like miscellaneous things in preparation. I don't really know 100% what we bought other than the onesies and clothes. Can't quite remember. I did not write that down, but I do see a few transactions here, and again, it's just, you know, stuff for the baby, probably like diapers, wipes, things like that. All right, next up we have is food, which was $76.01 for the month, and again 5% of my spending this month. Lots of food was purchased. I got some mini donuts one day. I brought home some food from the food court. I got Edo. We got some like fun little drinks and stuff. What else did I buy? Oh, we got some spring rolls for dinner because we couldn't find any at the grocery store, so we just ordered some and then put that on our vermicelli bowls. McDonald's, some ice cream, lots of ice cream actually, and I bought some honey sticks at the farmer's market as well for labor and delivery. I guess you're supposed to, you're not supposed to, but it is recommended by my doula to have like a little honey stick right before you push to help get you through that last little bit and give you some energy for delivery. Other than that, it was just kind of like, yeah, mostly like drinks, some Slurpees, ice cream, things like that. Definitely a lot of little treats throughout the month for me, but honestly, like I said, what else am I gonna do? And it's kind of nice to go and do that, especially like in the evening, and just kind of like get out of the house. And since we're not going on vacation or anything, then I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, just nice to treat yourself to some fun things. Next we have is my phone bill for $74.50. It's the same pretty much every month, 5% of my spending, and nothing to really argue there. Then we have healthcare for $72.18. This was 5% of my spending as well. I had to pick up some mascara and deodorant and face wash and body lotion and things like that. I feel like that's pretty standard. Trying to stock up on all of the things before the baby comes, so again, we don't have to go out or order things on Amazon for it. Trying to make sure that I am well stocked in everything. Next we have is gas. Again, I don't really drive a lot, so I only spent $63.63 on 1 tank of gas this month, and that was 4% of my spending. I really only drive to like the grocery store, the mall, and some appointments and things like that. So I do not drive a lot. I work from home. I kind of stay home as much as I can, and I definitely save on gas that way, so that is great. I also bought 1 pair of maternity shorts because I only had 1 pair, and I feel like I needed another one because they were supposed to be in my hospital bag ready to go, and I didn't want them to be dirty by the time we had to go to the hospital, or if I was wearing them and my water broke or something and they were dirty, I kind of needed them for the hospital bag. So I bought myself a second pair to wear in general because I only have 3 outfits right now, 2 maternity dresses and then these maternity shorts, and then at least I can like play around with the tops for that. But yeah, I needed some maternity shorts, so that ended up being $21 from H&M, and that was apparently only 1% of my spending. So like really that's like nothing, and I'm trying not to buy any clothes or anything right now because my size is just gonna be all over the place for the next month, and I don't really know what I'm going to like or wear or be what size postpartum, so definitely have held off on the clothes. We have some home supplies for $15.73, again 1% of my spending. We did go to IKEA, we needed some new cutting boards. Our one cutting board broke, so we did pick up some new ones and some new glass bowls as well since we did break one, and a new dish brush, so that was like $15 between the two of us, and I think we might have picked up some like other things. Oh, we got a new like pot, like a, you know, pot and pan kind of pot. I think that's it. Yeah, not bad. $9.14 on coffee. I assume I got a reload of my Starbucks and maybe treated Damon to a coffee. I honestly don't remember what I put this as, but yeah, I would assume Starbucks. $6.29 on my subscription, that's for Apple Music, and $2.25 in miscellaneous. I did have to send some thank you cards in the mail to my aunts for our baby shower, so that was like $2, which is literally doesn't even make it onto the chart of my spending. Same with the subscription. So that is all of the transactions I have for July. Overall, I feel like I am pretty satisfied with my spending in July. Again, it was a ton on food, and I feel like August might be kind of the same thing, and a lot of baby stuff as the baby, you know, gets here and we kind of determine what we need, or we might have like missed picking up or registering for or whatnot. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of those expenses and maybe a lot of eating out expenses / grocery expenses as we kind of navigate our new life of a family of 3. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do an August what I spend exactly or when that's going to happen, but I'm going to try and keep with my finances this month. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more and updates, and hit that notification bell so you're notified when I do post another what I spend in a month. But leave me a comment down below on how you felt about your July spending. I know a lot of people tend to go on holidays, so were you in budget? Did you budget for a holiday? And what was the best purchase you made in July? Looking forward to reading all of your comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!